Hello, this is Senior Team Leader Brooke with Book Cheerleaders, and I'm going to show you today how to message your guests before the party to get a connection going. So I have a party here all set up. My hostess is on the page already, and I've got a couple of the posts set up. But what I see is 11 people going, which is a great start, but we really want to try to get these 11 invited people going as well. We're going to ask our hostess to message her invited people as well, but there's something that you can do to get those people on as well, and also to get these people commenting. And so what we're going to do first is I'm going to share with you a party tracker that I personally like to use. I made one in Google Sheets, and I'll pull it up right here. I've just called it Party Tracker Template, and it has a place to put your hostess's name, their status for inviting or going. We're going to be working on sending them a message right now, and then these are some elements in my party that I personally like to keep track of, and so I'm going to share that with you a little bit later, but for now I'm going to go back to my event and I'm going to show you how to import her guest list onto your Google Sheet or your spreadsheet if you're using Microsoft. So first I'm going to find the three little dots next to the edit button, and when I click on it, I'm going to find export guest list. When I click on that, it's going to bring up a new tab in my download area. And so when I open it, it says guest list, and I've made 31 of these, so it has the number 31. So you can see that we've got all of the names of her guests. These are the going guests, and then these are the invited ones. What I'll do is I'm just going to select these people. I'm going to copy that list, and then I'm going to go ahead and just close out. I'm not going to need that sheet anymore. And I'm going to go find my Google Sheet named Party Tracker. And what I'll do is, this is my template that I like to use for myself. So I'm going to go ahead and duplicate this tab. And as you can see, now I have a copy of the party template. If you toggle back and forth, you can see that I have one for each of my hostesses. So before we start, I'm going to go ahead and name this Veronica so that I'm not entering anything into my template. So I'm down here on Veronica's party, and what I'll do is I will go ahead and select that first cell, and all you have to do is right click and you paste in what you had copied from the other sheet. So as you can see, it has all of the names of the guests there, and it went ahead and auto-filled the status portion too. And so now that we have this set up, I'm going to go ahead and put her name in there too, since she's my hostess. You'll notice that your name is going to appear on this list too. So I go ahead and select this row, and I will delete it, and then I will do the same for my hostess, because we don't need to keep track of anything in her own party. So we're going to delete row. Okay. So now you can see that she has all of her people there. Granted, she may add people later, but this way you're not typing or writing out everybody's names in her party. So back to her party page. What we really want to do is we want to message these people and get them going to the party. And so, in order to do that, I'm going to go ahead and snag a message. I like to use Trello. If you don't use Trello, that's totally fine, but I keep a hostess coaching guide in here, and it has all of my messages that I like to send to people. So we're going to go ahead and snag the one that says send first messages to guests. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and snag this message, copy it. And you might keep your messages somewhere else. I suggest keeping them in one place. I use sticky notes on my computer, which I enjoy keeping lots of things on there. Okay, back on the party event. We're going to go ahead and click on this message right here. And I've got all of my guests here. So what I'll do is I'm going to go ahead, before I click on anybody, I'm going to paste my message in there. I'm going to change what things need to be changed. So welcome to Veronica's party. My name is Brooke, and I'll be your book lady for the party. I can't wait to help you find the perfect books. I'll be giving away prizes too. So if you haven't yet entered to win, for your first prize entry, respond with a thumbs up right here in Messenger. I can't wait to party with you. So these guys, I'm going to go ahead and copy what I modified. And then these guys are going to get my message. I like to do about 8 at a time. There's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, there's just one more. So let's see if it'll send them. I don't need to send Veronica the message because she's my hostess. So we're going to hit send. Okay, Facebook likes that. Sometimes if you do more than 10, it'll say that there's a problem. So all of these people, I'll show you what happened. They show up in your message bar here, and if I click on one of them, you can see that they get a message along with the link to the party, which is really great. So all they have to do is touch that, click on it, and they'll be sent right to the party, which is going to be fabulous for these uninvited people, or these invited people, since they haven't yet clicked going. So we're going to go ahead and do that message again, and we're going to go over to the invited section. Now these people have not yet responded, so we're going to paste. We might need some revision here, just so that my guests know that they can click the button to RSVP. So it says, hi, welcome to Veronica's book party. My name is Brooke, and I'll be your book lady for the party. I can't wait to help you find the perfect books. I'll be giving away prizes too, so if you haven't yet entered to win for your very first prize entry, respond with a thumbs up right here in Messenger. Then click the link below and RSVP going to the party so that Veronica knows you are coming. I can't wait to party with you. Okay, so that looks like a great message. I'm going to copy that in case I need to use it again. We're going to go ahead and see if it'll send to all of her invited guests. Okay, Facebook was okay with that too. So this is going to be super helpful. Once you get in the habit of doing your messaging through the event, I only really do that twice. I do it at the beginning of the party, about after post 2, the recommendation post, because I see that not a lot of people have commented on there, actually none. And so I really want to get people there commenting for her party. I also do it at the end for kind of a last call, but that's really the only time that I use the message button down here. I will sometimes pull them up, and you can click on you can hover on a person if Facebook isn't being slow, and you can open up the message thread with individuals as well. What was I going to say? One more thing. A suggestion for you would be that, again, try not to message more than 10 or so at a time, or Facebook will think that you are trying to spam people. And that's about it. So once you do that, you're going to see some responses showing up with some thumbs up, and that's going to be super great for you because you really want to try to connect with people before the party. One other suggestion, if you have a hostess with over like 30 or 40 invited guests, it's likely that they mass invited. That means that they maybe didn't ask everybody on their friends list if they'd like to have an invite, so instead they added some extra people to their party. One thing that I've done in the past is I've messaged those guests, and I've had a couple of not so pleased invited guests respond back saying that they did not, in fact, get a message to be invited. And so if you see that you have a really high number, I would suggest only messaging your going guests so that you're not feeling spammy to your potential guests if they decide to join your party. Well, that's it. I hope that was helpful to you. If you're interested in learning more about how I use my party tracker, for example, I like to keep track of who has ordered. These are the people who have given me thumbs up messages or any message at all in the message thread. And then I also like to keep track of what I've offered for people to host parties. And that includes if they say no, not right now. So I'll try to keep this short and sweet, but if you have any questions, please let me know, and happy partying!